Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So today I'm going to show you what this month's Diary Lovers printable is and how I'm going to attempt to use it. Whether or not it actually works or not, I don't know. There's also an extra bonus printable this month that I will link down below for you that I'll also show you in just a second. So this is the first one. I'll link the Diary Lovers Club link down below. You basically just get this colouring in sheet, which I'll colour some in a minute and then show you sort of how I'm going to use it. But just in case you missed it, the other part of the Diary Lovers Club is that you get a free gift. Sometimes it's a gift with purchase, sometimes it's just a gift. This month is a notebook elastic from the gorgeous new Sweet range. I did show this in my haul that I put up a little while ago, so I'll link that video down below. It's a really simple kind of thing. It's not a gift with purchase this month, it's just a gift. So if you have got a kikki-k planner or diary, just go in with your diary and they'll just hand one of these over if you ask for them. So the first printable that you get this month that's with the Diary Lovers Club is this one, which is a colouring in sheet. And the second one is just some sweet cutouts that they put up on their blog. So I'll link this down below so you can cut them out. But basically they can both be used in the same way. One's obviously just already been coloured in and one hasn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in a couple of the actual colour in ones first. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to use a couple of them in my planner and just to decorate things around the house. So I'm going to start off with just colouring in some of these. So I'm just grabbing my coloured pencils. Yes, they're Derwents. Yes, they're old. I think I've had these since I was about 11 and I never used them. So this seems like a perfect opportunity to do so. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to colour some of these in. I'll make the camera go a bit faster so you don't have to sit here and watch it. And I'll be back very, very soon. I think I've shown you how terrible my colouring in skills are now, so that's about enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put my very old Derwents away. I'm just going to cut these out, not particularly carefully. And just with these ones, I'm just going to show you one way, when the train goes past, that you could use these to decorate, like say a birthday present or something along those lines. So I'm just cutting these out. Obviously you could have more than just this amount. And obviously the more the better. So I'm just cutting these out a bit roughly, not being particularly careful at all. And you kind of want that. You don't want it to be, well, if you can do it the way I'm going to do it, you want it to be a little on the rough side. So another really cool idea with this colouring sheet that you could do is you could get your kids, like if you've got kids or if you've got nieces or nephews, get them to colour them in for you, and that way if you're not a colouring in person, like I'm not, I enjoy doing it, I'm just not very good at it. Just a cool little thing that if they made it for you or coloured it in for you, that you can carry it around with you in some way, shape or form. So what I'm going to show you now, you can either use it to decorate a present or you could use it to wrap around something. I don't know. I'll kind of show you what I mean in a minute with my planner. Because I'm just going to use it to kind of tie around that. So all I'm doing is just getting a fairly decent amount of twine. You can use any kind of string you want. You could use... I was trying to find just some really basic kind of rustic looking twine. I thought that would look really cool with the colouring in because it is so basic, but I couldn't find any, so I'm just going to go with the gold. And then what you can do is you can either sticky tape it, which is the easy way, or you can sort of cut a little hole in these and thread them through, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to grab my craft knife and my cutting mat. So all I'm going to do is just cut 2 little strips, or little holes, sorry, not strips. And then if this works the way it should work, you can just thread them through, which the holes don't look like they're going to be quite big enough. Twine. There you go. So just made it a little bit thinner, and then that should help. And just because I've got fat stumpy fingers with very little fingernails, still really not doing a very good job with this. So just going to go ahead and do the same thing with all the others, and I'll be back in just a second. So that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I have eventually sort of gotten what I wanted. What I was doing with the matches was I was just burning the ends off so they're a little bit easier to pull through, but it didn't work very well. But anyway, so then what you could use this for, once you did a much better job than I did, you could just use it for a really simple sort of, and my planner's not the right thing to show you this on, but could use it like on a present, if you wrapped up a present really nicely, to kind of wrap around it. Probably would look nicer if your colouring in skills were a bit better than mine, but could do it like that. If you were into sort of hanging things, you could obviously do this as a bookmark, which would be really cool. If you're going to do that, I'd suggest probably laminating these first. But the other thing that I was going to suggest that you could do, and I'm going to use these ones for this one because it's a little bit, they're already coloured in and they look half decent. So I'm just going to cut these out just around the little shapes. So this is the downloadable one that kikki-k have on their website, which I will link down below. So I'm just cutting this out. Probably a bit faster than I would under normal circumstances, but I feel like you guys have been watching me for ages now, so I'm trying to go a little faster for you. These printable videos aren't usually quite this long. So you guys would see that in a lot of my, or in my dark mint planner that I walked you through the other day, I had a couple of paper clips or pegs that I'd made out of bits out of the Paper Lovers book. So what I would do with this, if I was going to do that same thing, so I'd cut him out. I then just grab just a plain piece of white cardboard or any other cardboard that you wanted to use. Just grab some glue tape and just stick it down. And then just cut it out again. You could obviously have done this on the cardboard the first time. This gives me the chance to kind of clean up around the edges that aren't quite so good. Now you could laminate this if you wanted to, but I actually kind of like the way it looks just like that. So then all I'm doing is just grabbing one of the kikki-k wooden pegs. I think these come in white as well, and I think that would look really nice with this. And then all I'm going to do, this is just how I make my little bookmarks all the time, just put some glue tape on one of the sides of the pegs and then just stick it down. And there you go. You've got a little bookmark or page marker or anything else you want to use. And it's just a really simple way of doing that. So I've just got a little one there. Or the other way you could do it, just going to grab this little one. If you guys remember back to when we did the actual page marker that came with the Thrive range, I think it was last month. You do something very, very similar. You could do this one on cardboard too if you wanted to. It depends on how long you want it to last, I guess. I'll just do this one just on paper just to show you guys. That's why I love these kind of, not create your own because that's not quite what they are, but printables that let you kind of use your own imagination a little bit. They kind of give you the artwork for free and then say go for it. See what you can do with our ideas. So just cut him out a bit roughly, and then just with a craft knife just cut in a little V shape, and then what you get from there, I'll show you on the other side of this one, is you can just sort of stick it on like that. It's only going to sit right on the top of your page, but just as an extra little way of being able to use these drawings, that's a really good way of doing it. So there's 3 rather simple ways that you can use either of these printables. I will put the links to both the already coloured in one, like the cutouts from kikki-k, and the ones that you can colour in yourself. The other thing that I'm probably going to use, those pages that you're colouring in, I'll probably just cut them out and put them in my planner in my colouring in section and just use them like that. It's a really easy way to do it, and you can print out as many as you like. If you really love colouring them in and you want to use them for hundreds of different things, you can do that. If you're a bit like me and your colouring in skills suck, just use the ones that are already coloured in. They look great. And actually I'm such a big fan of the way that clip's turned out. I think I will actually end up using it. Maybe even the bee. Who knows? Stay tuned in when I do a whole week using the new sweet range, and I'll see how many of these little bits and pieces I can use. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit longer and a little bit more, a little bit different than some of my other ones have been. If you did like this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like my colouring in skills, please let me know, because that's how come these pencils never get used, because I suck at colouring in. You can leave me a comment down below, or you can find me on Facebook, Snapchat and on Instagram. Those are all linked down below for you, so you can find me very easily. Remember, I do post on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. And otherwise, I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye!